Hi, I'm happy to look with you today at some of the features of our Moodle class that we discussed in orientation for those of you who weren't able to make it to orientation. So the first thing that's important is to make sure that the course you're logging into is the Fundamentals of Speech F 8 weeks. That's the condensed course. And then once you log in, I do have a section for announcements. If anything happens that we need to change schedules or I need to tell you something important, I do try to post it there. You can also ask each other questions there. Please remember that you do get a 2-week free trial to Revel, and then you will need to purchase the online access. I have tried to answer some of the general questions you may have, but remember, if you're having trouble with Revel, you need to contact Revel support, and I gave you a link for the Revel support within our shell. Here it is right under your calendar. You also have just a general calendar explaining what chapters we're going to cover when, and it does kind of feel like that we are doing chapter after chapter and book after book, and then we do speeches back to back. Please keep in mind that this is a condensed course, which means we are doing 2 weeks worth of work in one. You've got to stay on top of your assignments, be disciplined, create a regular schedule whereby you can log in and knock these assignments out. It's very important that you do that. I would guesstimate you are going to have to spend, typically we spend 6 to 10 hours a week. So when we're doing it condensed, it's probably going to be more like 10 to 15 hours a week. You need to look at your weekly schedule and allot that time to get in and knock these assignments out. If you miss these Revel due dates, it's very hard to reopen them. I may do it once for you if you've got a good reason for having missed them. Other than that, if you miss them, you've just missed those assignments. Be sure that you look in your syllabus and you know where your grade comes from. 40% is from these Revel assignments, which will all be in this link. And then the rest of them are little assignments like the bag presentations that are included within our weekly assignments. And you had the bag presentation last week. And then this week, you've got an ethical reasoning assignment that you'll have to do. So meeting those deadlines is really critically important. I told you if you have difficulty with Revel, you contact their support. If you're having difficulty with Moodle, you'll need to contact Moodle support, and they are excellent help. Their lab is in PE on the 4th floor. So please remember that if it's Moodle support you're having trouble with, you can find them in PE. You can also call them at 327-4545. Okay. If you have questions about the class, probably the best way to go about getting answers from me is to send me a message or an email. I try to check that multiple times a day and get right back with you. I do think it's important that you realize no matter what your career, if you can master public speaking, you can make great money and become leaders and get promoted. I'm a real strong advocate, obviously, since I teach speech, of making sure that you develop these skills. And I want to assure you, because they're so important, I think it's also awesome that you can learn them online. You get great flexibility. You can work at home at midnight in your pajamas. You don't have to get up and drive to campus. The Revel material is excellent. All of those, I think, are great pluses for being online. The primary negative is that it is a lot of time. It's not difficult work, it's just very time consuming. So please do be sure to create a schedule that will allow you to sit down, spend the time, and knock out this work. I do think you will be happy with the Revel. And again, I want to assure you that you will be developing the skills you need to have. I encourage you, although you did not come to the first orientation. Some of you, I think, had to be out of town and had conflicts in your schedule. Please make every attempt to come to the sessions for the speeches. I just can't emphasize enough how important it is. I think that you be there face to face if at all possible, because I think you learn so much from watching your classmates go. If not, you will need to record those speeches and make sure you follow the directions that are given to you in the first week's assignment page, which is here, and you will work your way through those. Remember, I'm here to help you. Thank you, and I look forward to working with you.